All right, here's a quick walk around video of my Highlander. So we got a 2-inch ready lift, spacer lift. So that's all that's available. And down here I have disconnected sway bar. So in the front, only have to disconnect one side. And then I also have that on the rear. I have a skid plate on the gas tank, a little shovel pan on the exhaust so I don't catch a rock and pull the intake or the exhaust manifold. I had a full skid plate on the front that I made. That's also attached to this steel skid that replaces the lower bumper. So that's welded onto these brackets, which are mounted behind the bumper bar to the factory bumper bar mounts and where the little toe screws go in. And I got these shackles attached to it for recovery and a winch that sits on top of that piece of steel that replaced the bumper bar. Front camera for seeing where the rocks are and the really when you're actually doing some minor rock crawling. So forgot. And I've got steel rocker protection. I wouldn't call them sliders, but if I actually drop down on a rock, it'll just slide along this, and that's bolted onto the unibody there. So in the back, sway bar disconnect there, airbags to provide a little more lift. I cut the rear resonator off and just put a downpipe there because it got crushed underneath the lower control arm on one of the trips. Full size spare, 235 75 17 tires. So I'm running pizza cutters on first gen wheels and then 1-inch spacer to push them out to flush out with the body. So I've got an RPM roof rack up here. I mounted it so it's these bars actually go through the slot so it doesn't sit on top of the bars and look way too high. Had to re-drill these crossbars a little higher so they don't hit the roof. Little bars extend this and some recovery boards. Rotopacks, shovel, box with all my recovery gear goes up there. It's only on trips, otherwise I store it in the vehicle. And I got the light bar here that folds up. So, California, you're supposed to have it covered on the road. And I just fold it down when I'm not using it. Antenna for my radio system. Okay, inside, I replaced the third row here with some bins that I made. So on this side, I've got my sleeping equipment, sleeping pad, down quilt, 150 amp hour battery. And here I've got 1000-watt inverter, solar charge controller, 12-volt output, and then a AC to DC battery charger, which just about 7 amps, so it just keeps up with the fridge when I do bring it. But I've also got maybe 200 watts of solar panels up here, which I deploy when I really need to charge. Okay, right back here, is my kitchen. So I have extra stove here, a few pots, pan, and then on this side, got all my, my utensils, spices, cleaning. And this was a fuel tank for a diesel heater. I think it's 7 liters. So I just use it for water, and I pipe it to this water pump here, so I can use that for cleaning and cooking. And then bin here for some more kitchen stuff and food. So this is a table from Amazon. I just cut down the legs to fit here. This way I can sleep on the back bed here with my head here, feet over there on a mattress. And then if I actually move that equipment outside, I can actually sleep 2 people. So, first aid kit, all the storage stuff. And that's my rear view, front view camera. Hitch controller, or brake controller, radio, and then a ultra gauge in the center to monitor transmission temps. So this is what the sleeping arrangement looks like. Pretty cozy. I have over the windows some foam panels that come right out. Store them up here. So nice to have a little insulation and privacy when you're camping. So, and then on bins on this side. And I keep all my tools and, extra fluids, and then my, deflator and air pump. A couple chairs sit up here. And I usually put either a cooler or a fridge here, depending how long the trips are. So I think, and an awning, which I may or may not leave up there since I rarely use it. So that's about it. I mean, does a job out here. We're at Death Valley, pretty close to Saline Hot Springs. We went up to Cerro Gordo Peak and then circled back around. Now we're gonna head up to the springs and then out in the afternoon. So this is our group. On this trip. So hopefully that was short enough. And maybe we'll run into each other on the next adventure.